Why would anyone be throwing shoes up at the ceiling, though?
Ah, yes, I, an Aksheba, I'm just going to throw shoes on the top of the ceiling. Ah ha ha, this is my evil dastardly plan.
They'll never see it coming.
And now I'm just thinking of Austin Powers, just that moment, like, who throws a freaking shoe? Honestly.
And inside the green balloon that Master Gotts claims he saw above the stage when the incident occurred, that was a lot to read without any commas, but okay. My evidence, this popped up. I didn't make this
bow
pop up.
gun.
Yeah, we're gonna make the bow gun. Let's go.
Take that!
I think it's actually a crossbow.
No, it's a bow gun.
The bow gun.
To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this crossbow?
Bow gun.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to the third case of the Great Ace Attorney number 2. We're here about to start.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Hairbrain. Or say Dr. Hairbrain? Professor Hairbrain? I don't know anymore.
I don't even know at this point. Anyways, you were saying, I just wanted to say good morning as well.
It is a good morning for some of us right now. Some of us are about to bear down the tropical storm, but you know, it's fine.
It's fine, I'll be fine. It's not even a hurricane yet.
Yet!
It's not even a hurricane yet. Who even cares?
Uh-huh.
Are you like the kids from Rocket Power where there was a hurricane episode and they were just like, oh yeah, it's fine right now, and it was the eye of the storm and all the adults chastised them, like, what the hell were you doing?
Yo, listen. Okay, alright, listen to me. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Fair
I
enough.
don't care. I don't care. If it's not even a Category 3, why bother?
Good morning, Professor. Ready for today's proceedings? We got a storm in real life, and then we got a storm happening in the trial soon.
I hope so. I should be even the eye with the...
Morning, my dear fellows.
Oh, Christ, no.
Oh my god, he's here. Mr. Sholmes, you're here.
What about your job?
What job? This is his job.
The job of standing around and making sure he gets money to feed Iris.
He's doing that right now.
I don't see a wax museum around here.
I mean, he's standing there, and somehow he's gonna get money for this.
I'm using PTO.
Oh, God, you get
What?
that?
How does that work?
Why, naturally, a true gentleman stands shoulder to shoulder with his friends in battle at all times.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. I'll see you later then.
Where were you in the last two ones?
Now, Professor, we really need you to remain calm in the courtroom today. I love how they just ignore him.
Like, yeah, thanks, anyway.
Pretty much.
To try your hardest not to enter the witness stand uninvited again. Yes, I realized it was a mistake.
My dear
Oh.
fellows, I must interject.
My God.
Okay.
Oh, you're still here, Mr. Sholmes.
You're still...
You're still here. He's still here, guys.
I'm here to help. Okay, that's nice. Anyways, I'm here to help.
Oh, you're still here. What's the matter?
What are you doing here? To help again? What?
Surely you've overlooked some praise, have you not? To be cast in my direction, hmm?
Oh my
Sorry?
God.
I don't follow.
Must I spell it out? I, the great Herlock Sholmes, the greatest detective of worldwide acclamation, arose at some ungodly hour to be here now. First thing in the morning. A miracle, you must agree.
You woke up at normal hours. Amazing.
I mean, on one hand, yeah, I feel that, because I don't like to wake up at ungodly hours, but also, this is your friend, and he's been in this situation how many times before?
Well, if I must agree, then.
As you know, my sleep is quite impregnable. Iris had to employ her full gamut of tactics. She pulled the covers off, shook me, poked both cheeks, punched me, and kicked me from the bed. Then she poured boiling cup of her latest experimental blend on my face, and at last I was bestirred.
I love
Okay.
Iris. I love Iris.
Which is a good thing, because she was about to destroy my copy of Digimon Survive.
But
I don't know what that is.
It's good!
I'll take your word for it. Iris must have been very busy.
Iris doesn't have it in her to go that far. She's too nice. You sure about that?
I sense the spirit of a fellow scientist, one who relishes an infinite possibilities of blending tea.
I'm the one worthy of praise here, not Iris. This is my victory.
You literally just spelled it out that Iris is the one who had to wake you up. This is Iris's victory, not yours.
I don't know who's talking.
Gregson?
Maybe that's my
Sorry,
one.
Sorry to cut in.
I don't know, that's my one guess. Hey! We love playing guessing games here. Oh, Inspector Gregson. Good morning. Also, you seemed okay?
Gregson, my dear fellow, why the grim expression at this delightfully early hour?
Because he's
Look
looking
at
at you.
face looks. I always look like this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I've been confronted with a grim expression, eh?
Dear me, are you going to take that insult lying down, Professor?
What? What? I don't know!
I hate it here.
What are we talking about?
Poor Professor.
Anyway, here's the paperwork you asked for.
What paperwork?
I took the liberty of requesting it yesterday. I have a feeling it may prove useful.
You wouldn't believe the hoops I had to jump through just to get this brought out of the archives. It's Professor's autopsy report.
Oh!
That mass murderers?
Huh. Who killed 5 members of the aristocracy?
He was found guilty in a closed trial 10 years ago now. It was all done under wraps. And he was quickly executed soon after the trial. It's all in here.
It
Miller's
shall-
autopsy report. The autopsy report of the mass murderer known as the Professor, who was tried and found guilty by closed trial 10 years ago.
It wasn't Professor Gerald, was it, Shadow?
Boy, I sure hope not.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, Inspector. No, that's kind of nice of you to do.
Yes, much obliged, Gregson.
That's an only lot of the Yara just doing what they can. In the shadow of the great detective Sherms, of course. Bye.
Well then, Professor Hairbrain, this is it. Today we're going to lay all this to rest at last.
Are we?
Today we celebrate our Independence Day. Wait, no, you're in Britain. That's not gonna work.
No. That quote is from the movie Independence Day, and the whole point of that stupid quote was that it was no longer just an American holiday; it was a worldwide holiday.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
they were
because that's
beating
when
the
we fought
aliens.
the aliens, guys.
Also,
That was a
unfortunate-
historical event, the Battle of 1996.
It was
Also,
95.
Also, unfortunately, during Brexit, someone used that quote too.
Oh no!
Oh, God, really?
Yes.
Of course they did.
No. In the movie lore, it's the Battle of 1996.
Does
I
anyone-
watched the sequel.
Does anyone here care about Final Fantasy XIV expansion spoilers?
Not really.
Not really.
Lewis, are you playing that point, or do you care enough?
I mean, I don't care, but I don't know if anyone that's watching this video might care.
I do. There's a new continent that's actually based off of America. Like the region is literally New Mexico and Arizona. Everyone talks like they're from the South, and they like to say shit a lot. It's
Man, that's
kind
why
of
everyone.
And here's
That's
the
why everyone's
funny-
been making Texas jokes.
And you,
okay.
yes, and you bringing up Independence Day is hilarious because we do fight quite literally aliens at one point in that region.
Okay,
I'm just-
now I understand why people keep making Texas jokes at me about the new 14 expansion. Alright.
I'm gonna be honest, being in that region though, it's much more Arizona and New Mexico than Texas, but you know, they got that, I guess the Texas, the old Wild West Texan in there.
Well,
going
like,
on, but yeah.
West Texas.
Yeah. Now you know the joke too, I guess.
Anyways, the aliens came back because they made a sequel to Independence Day for some reason. So, you know, whatever
I've
one,
watched
apparently.
I own it. I've watched it. Don't bother.
Okay.
You read
Anyways.
this line right, or no?
I wish you the best of luck, Professor.
Are you angry about that?
the dot that down the face he's making was like the Kermit internal screaming.
Clenching.
I'm just imagining, like, how dare you wish me luck?
I suppose he'll be in there today, will he? Tremba. Yes, we expect the prosecution to summon him as a witness. I'm still amazed that you managed to find him in just one day. I really owe you for so much.
Oh no, you gotta owe it all to a dog, okay?
So, what you say your name first? Okay, go ahead. You must have better jurisdiction than me.
Yeah, sure. I did not have enough coffee this morning. Counsel and the defendant. The trial is about to resume. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
You know, I'm glad I have a microphone now that doesn't pick up everything under the sun because that lightning was loud.
Oh no.
Oh,
This is it then. The final chapter. Funny. My heart's racing a little.
the final chapter looks at the rest of the game.
There's like two more
into
cases.
this.
The
No,
final chapter.
I've not felt this before, actually. This strange foreboding.
You'll probably feel it 2 more times if I have to guess.
As if something's gonna happen in this trial that I'm not ready for.
With the JoJo go menacing.
He's reading the script!
But I can't let that distract me from the only thing that really matters. Finding the truth. And before we read anything else in here, I'm going to look at the that little piece of file that Gregson gave us. 24th of October, 9:30 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
Wait, why didn't you look at it before they went to the courtroom?
Because we were in the middle of a conversation, and it's rude.
I guess that's fair.
Alright. Redacted! Thanks, okay. Oh, there's a lot
Look, I got it for you. I didn't say it was going to be hit first, but I
No,
got it for you.
We got a lot of Courtneys in this game. We got Courtney Scythe, and now we got a Courtney Stevens, which is,
I wonder if that's related in some way.
death by hanging. Oh, wait, that's it? Wait, that's it?
That's it. That's it.
I'm literally Zuka right now. Where's the rest of it? There's no more. It's just one thing. Alright.
Okay, I got the autopsy. They died by hanging. You know what energy this has, actually? You know what energy this has?
What?
Don't worry, I'm the parks director. Here's my permit, and it's just a piece
Oh,
of paper that says I can do what I want.
Yes.
Look, I told you to get the autopsy report. I didn't tell you it would be a very detailed autopsy report.
Well, good news. It definitely wasn't.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the public hearing of Albert Harebrain, here present, who stands accused of murder. Are the counsels for the prosecution and defense ready to proceed?
Ah, yes, he's here today.
Prosecution is ready, my lord.
Can you explain that Organization 13 number you got right there, buddy?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
The defense is ready, my lord.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that, but sure.
As promised, Lord Van Zieks has his apprentice with him. His apprentice with memory lost.
I'm here too.
If I may, Lord Van Zeeks,
Yes, my lord.
there appears to be someone standing at your side.
Ah, yes, that's my stand, my lord.
I mean, he's not wrong.
This is bullcrap. I had my stand taken away.
That's because your stand had copyright infringement problems.
Ah, yes, my apprentice and assistant. The prosecution believes today's proceedings will see the complexity of this case rise considerably. I therefore instructed my assistant to attend to ensure the smooth running of the trial.
That wasn't necessary, but sure. I guess this is why he's here. He's just gonna open bottles. That's why he's here.
It was entirely necessary.
And the smooth running of liquid refreshments, by the looks of it.
But I'm more like, the judge is like, well, yo, prosecution, why do you have an extra person there? And it's just like, wait, but the defense has an extra person there. Why aren't you calling them out on that?
Yeah, but they've always had an extra person there, like Ryunosuke's always had like an emotional support person. We just expect that level of incompetence from Ryunosuke. Don't worry about it.
What about
it's like,
early
but
in the
you,
trial when
Van
he did-
Zeeks, excuse me, sir. I thought you were better than that.
The way he holds himself, the way he moves, it could be anyone else.
But he's still suffering from amnesia. So there's really nothing we can do at the moment.
I
That's
know,
Twitter
but
talk.
oh, this is very hard.
What were you saying, Lewis?
I said that's Twitter talk.
I do appreciate, because, like, I haven't seen the game in full, but I know most of, like, the key points, and I like that the way they're going about this is it's not just like, oh, let's drag this out. It's just like, no, we think that's him. Let's just get to the bottom of this, as opposed to being like, I wonder who that is.
Thank God for that, right?
Yeah.
It would appear the prosecution has done a fine job in responding to the demands of the court made yesterday.
I do appreciate that. Sorry.
Sorry, you may speak.
I just appreciate that they have a functioning pair of eyes. That, you know, like, they can tell. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's definitely Kasuma.
Okay, you're gonna say that now, but there's gonna be a scene later on, and you're just gonna be screaming at Susato like, why?
Well, crap.
Well, right now I appreciate the fact that they have a working pair of eyes.
Yeah, they got working pair of eyes now until later on, and it's just like, what the frick? Anyway.
I understand you have successfully secured the engineer who disappeared from the scene on the day in question.
Yes, my lord. I intend to call him as a witness shortly.
I know it's like an angle thing, but like, I'm sorry, the way he's like dangling his chalice, it looks like he's just like tempting this apprentice to like, hey, you want to drink it? Drink it. Drink it, I dare you.
Hey, my apprentice, would you like a sip?
No.
Would you like a sip? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. They don't care. They really don't care. It's fine. I've literally thrown like 13 entire chalices in this courtroom. They don't care.
What the f-
Yes!
is wrong?
Order, please. Very good, very good. And now that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who have been chosen at random to represent the will of the people in this courtroom today,
Every time they say at random, I just immediately get suspicious.
are you ready and willing to proceed?
I'm having a moment where I forgot which judge I was. I think I'm both the ladies, and that's it. Yeah.
Is it me? I don't remember anymore.
Don't look at the list.
It's pinned. Don't worry, it's pinned. Yeah,
Where
you're
am I?
juror
Okay, juror
one.
3, juror 1. All right. Of course, my lord. I'm sure we all understand the importance of doing our civic duty. Why is he American? Wait a second.
We got Independence Day in our brains.
I do so despise deception and deceit. I find it so very wearing.
take a man's life with a conjuring trick. It is against the magician's code, not to mention the law.
Like scientists should feel the wrath of God, if you ask me.
Man, he really is Nixon.
How very scientific.
We have to listen to what's said on both sides of the fence and settle one. That's it, isn't it?
Sir, I don't think she... Did this guy even talk last time?
Yeah, he did. He shouted. He sure shouted last time.
Wasn't like listen, my day. Wasn't like this in order.
If all parties are ready to proceed, you may begin, Lord Van Zeeks.
Before I do my... oh, sorry. I didn't actually take a swig from my... All right. Before I do, my lord, there's a report I must read to the court.
Anyway.
Yesterday at the Great Exhibition Grounds, the evidence of primary importance in this case. The super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine, which was installed on the experimentation stage, was deliberately destroyed in an explosion affected by an unknown person or persons. It was... what?
An explosion!
Did he just fire a... This is an outrage. Did he just fire a gun in here? What the hell?
I have a permit for it. I'm also an old Bobby, so I'm allowed to have that.
Yes, I heard this grave news yesterday. Scotland Yard submitted a report to my office in the evening. I read that the machine was blasted to smithers and the wreckage reduced to ashes in the flames.
I have here a photographic print of the scene, taken in the wake of the explosion. It shows what little remains of the machine. And
Hello?
also a giant hole. Excuse
Hello?
me?
Yeah, that
Sorry.
sure is a hole.
Yeah, there's a hole there.
Ah, yes. A terrible business.
Sorry, my my computer is deciding to be a little silly right now.
I'm sorry, are we just going to ignore the hole?
Yes, we're going to ignore the hole apparently.
Alright, sure. Why not? I don't even care anymore.
I
Anyway,
wonder
that's
if that
just-
hole can help you time travel to a lower part of the Britain, so you can go 10 years in the future.
What?
Oh, sorry. Wait, what? I was like, trying to read, and then all of a sudden I was just like, wait, what? Anyway, sorry. I had to fix my computer. It was making noises, and I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay, anyway.
Oh, you can pull up because you didn't read Ryunosuke's line.
He did it to destroy the evidence, did he? Whee!
Letty locked it up.
I love that. I love that. I love the history option that does not exist in the original trilogy.
It's super handy.
I know.
The court will take this print as evidence, counsel.
Post-explosion photograph. A photographic print of the experimentation stage after it was completely leveled by a time bomb. The metal floor of the stage has been blown open by the explosion, and we're just going to completely ignore the hole that was clearly probably there the whole time.
Well, actually, Agent Shadow, if you reread the evidence, it said that the explosion made the hole. But I also don't think that's right. We'll have to look at that photograph later.
Well, that's not my job to figure out. That's Ryunosuke's.
Okay.
Late yesterday afternoon, the protection afforded to the machine by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act was revoked. However, before a thorough investigation could begin, the invention was obliterated from existence. As such, this will become a very different trial.
Rubble, 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 rubble. Rubble.
As it stands now, with no evidence on which to draw meaningful conclusions, the authenticity of the Kinesis machine will remain forever in obscurity.
Indeed. A most unfortunate state of affairs.
However, one thing remains clear. The victim's death was the result of the actions of the accused. Of that we can be certain.
How?
For it was the accused himself who was operating the machine and who ultimately caused its loss of control.
As Lord Van Zeek rightly says, this is a very different trial now. The accused accepts responsibility for his part in the events that transpired. He acknowledges that Mr. Asmund died as a result of the accident caused by his machine's malfunction. However, unbeknownst to the professor, he was being deliberately deceived by a pair of very clever fraudsters.
Names, Council, if you please.
The engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, and the victim himself, Mr. Odie Asmund. So what exactly were these two men up to behind the defendant's back? The defense intends to expose that information, thus establishing the unequivocal innocence of the defendant. Rumble, 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 rumble.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I expected at this point. Anyway, I'm getting a drink.
Okay, makes sense to me.
Thank you, Councils. The position of the prosecution and defense have been clearly stated. Lord Van Zeek, summon your first witness, please.
Well, before we do that. Can I?
So-
I can't actually. Okay, there's no conversation at all to be had here. We just look at picture.
So my concern is the descriptor is saying, "Hey, man, it blew a hole." And I'm looking at the hole, and I'm like, "No, that hole is designed to be there."
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone with a pair of eyes could see that, but the question now is, do they have eyes?
Well, I don't think his assistant does because he's wearing a mask.
You know what? That's valid, actually. At once, my lord. The prosecution calls the engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, to the stand.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. It's another weird one. State your name and occupation for the court.
Name Enoch Drebber. Occupation. Hard to pin down, I would say.
Oh my god, I swear to god, this is why I drink. This is what drives me to
Yes,
drink.
why do I feel so? I've seen that.
Oh, you too, I'm excited.
We should just all start sounding like Animal Crossing characters when they do that.
I'm just gonna start making like banjo noises.
Oh my god.
Your file indicates that you are currently being investigated in connection with another case. The theft of a waxwork model, is it? A most extraordinary sounding business.
But that has no bearing on this trial, I assure you. Leave it from your mind.
We
That
will
means
not...
it does have bearing on this
Yeah.
trial. You can't fool me.
You're familiar with the public experiment carried out at the Great Exhibition some days ago? The accused super high voltage instantaneous kinesis demonstration.
Yes, you could say that. I am aware of it. There was a terrible accident, wasn't there?
It was you, Mr. Drebber, who constructed the vast machine used in the experiment. Or so our investigations indicate. Can you confirm your involvement?
Yes, I constructed it, in precise accordance with the blueprints, but that's all.
And the court would be very interested to hear your thoughts about the machine, I'm sure. Is that a yes?
An amazing device, if you ask me. The pinnacle of modern science, making instantaneous kinesis a reality at last.
What?
Good gracious! Do you mean to say that the experiment was bona fide? Is that your belief, sir?
Yes, that is very much my belief. Such a waste that it blew up.
I hate this guy.
But we've already established the machine was nothing more than a prop for an elaborate conjuring trick.
Objection!
You've established nothing of the sort.
Sure we did.
All that was shown during yesterday's proceedings is that the same outcome could have been produced by the means of staged trickery. The defense merely proposed a method and demonstrated its feasibility. Nothing more.
But...
We've procrastinated long enough, I feel. Witness, you will now give your formal testimony.
No, I do believe we can procrastinate longer.
About the machine that you constructed for the purpose of the demonstration at the Great Exhibition.
That's a mouthful, sir.
This game does not understand the concept of commas.
It's like, sir, that is one heck of a mouthful.
Understood.
You're gonna just ignore the fact that we literally caught him yesterday, and he was like, "Ha ha ha! I blew up the machine."
Yeah.
He didn't say he blew it up.
He highly implied that he did.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
The kinesis machine.
I met the young professor approximately 1 year ago, through Mr. Asman's introduction. He provided me with the blueprints, and I constructed the machine to precise specifications. It was no trick. If the whole show was a fraud, it would have required a body double. Tell me, did the victim have a twin? All the spectators saw the birdcage appear above their heads, and then crash headfirst into the crystal tower. A terrible accident, I grant you. Perhaps the science on which the machine was built was flawed somehow?
You know, I'd really like to mention, I think it's just Drebber, but there's a lot of more bolded wording in his dialogue. I feel like that's supposed to be kind of a red herring. It's intentional. If you just notice that a lot of his words are, like, bolded. Some of them don't even matter.
Oh, okay. So I see. Okay.
He's got more, like, when I went through this initially, like, he's got a lot more text that's, like, bolded in orange compared to usual. Usually when something's bolded in orange, it's, like, something that is something you have to pay attention to, but I noticed with him, he does it a lot, and I'm not sure if it's, like, him trying to distract us with it, or, like, that's, like, a decision to do that. I don't know, but, like, that is a thing with Drebber.
I mean, that last statement where he said flawed, I'm like, yeah, it's probably flawed. You built the damn thing.
A body double?
That goes without saying, surely. To give the impression that something has moved when in reality it hasn't. It's a basic conjuring principle. That deception cannot be achieved without substituting the original with a fake at some point in the performance. But would I be right in saying, you haven't managed to establish anything along those lines?
Yeah, literally every single thing he said has, yeah, look at that. Every one of them has, I think that's just a Drebber thing. Like, every single one of them has, like, orange fonts on when he talks.
It's just like, I too can read the script of the game. What now, Ryunosuke?
I think you're a jerk, and I'm gonna kick you in the dick.
Good luck, it is also made of metal.
Oh, God. Incidentally,
You're an Austin Powers villain?
the prosecution has already confirmed that Mr. Assman had no twin siblings.
It's my understanding that this witness is well versed in conjuring artfulness. But such talents do not indicate that he was actually able to accomplish what he claims. Namely, the construction of what, by all accounts, must have been an extremely complex scientific machine.
Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Wax Museum.
Yeah?
That's it. That's my clue.
Okay. Understood.
Whatever do you mean?
Whatever does the judge mean indeed? I think we're gonna have to stop here for a little bit and just let Drummer kind of do that until we get to the next video. See
I think this man is a waxwork.
He's moving too much.